Hey guys, how's it going today? We're out here with the Z125 at Tomah Area Powersport again, right there. And we got about 200 pounds of fun here. These weigh about 225 pounds, and these things are an absolute blast. So let's we'll get it started up. Listen to the exhaust, stock exhaust, of course. This is a 25, it's a brand new machine. And yeah, I've been on it for like a few miles to check it out, like a few weeks ago, but we had some bad weather after that. So now we're out here to do a first ride in this little guy and have a ton of fun. So let's get to it. Hey guys, look at what we got today. We got a KTM Super Duke, a 2018 Triumph Street Triple RS, 24 Z650 Kawasaki at Tomah Area Powersport. Alright guys, here's the little Z125, and we'll talk about it more on the road, but I want to do show you guys a little single cylinder here. A little single cylinder, air-cooled machine. Pretty cool. We're making about 8 horse, I believe, and around 7 foot-pounds of torque, something like that, a little over 8. Oh, the rectifier's right back there. And we will get her started up here and talk about it more on the road. Here's a little key turn. Got a little LCD dash right there, and a manual tack, which I do appreciate. Love that. All right. Burbles to life. Thanks again to Tomah Area Powersport for putting us on these new machines to check them out. All right, here's the exhaust integrated down here. The bottom of the bike. Little vroom there. These do benefit from a aftermarket exhaust. Get a little more burble out of these little single cylinders. All right, see you guys on the road. All right, guys, mounting up on the Z125, and seat height is well, you can flat foot standing up, flat foot sitting down. Pretty good bend in the leg. Seat height is actually relatively is higher than you think it would be for a tiny bike, but it's not massively low or anything like that. It's not like a pit bike or a mini bike. I would say this is somewhere around like a 3/4 bike, maybe something like that. And what I immediately notice is, for me, I'm about 5'10", something like that, and the bars could be like a little bit higher for me, maybe like up here. So maybe this bike would benefit from some aftermarket bars, little higher bars. Put a riser on them or something if you are 5'10" or above. All right, we're going to take our usual route here. Got a little pep there in second gear, not bad. Do a little brake check like we normally do at the stop sign. Brakes are pretty good, but they need to be broken in because this is a new machine. So we will do that. Oh, we're full throttle. All right, we got a little bit of gas, so we're going to be careful not to run out of gas here, although these do get about it's somewhere around 80 miles to the gallon, I believe. And yeah, so if you want something economical on gas mileage, just to run back and forth to the office or something, or do some small errands, this will get you amazing gas mileage. I think it might even actually be over 80 miles to the gallon. So we're doing 50 and 4th here. This is a 4-gear transmission on the Z125 Pros. And this is a bumpy section of road here. So we're going to check out the suspension on this first up. Here's a big bump here. Oh, hopefully we don't lose our X360 camera on these bumps. I got her tightened down pretty good. Okay, so the suspension, it's a road focused suspension, of course, and it's pretty compliant. I would say, obviously it's not as compliant as, say, a Supermoto, something like that, the Goodyear Z400, but it's not bad. It's actually not bad. And we're going to come up here to this straight area. And let's see here. We are full pin in fourth, and we're doing 55 miles an hour, 56. How does it feel as far as handling flickability? We'll check it on some corners when we come up here. But it is, of course, super light. It only weighs about 225 pounds, I believe, wet and ready to ride. And the horsepower in this guy, like we said in the intro, is somewhere around 8.5. And the torque is around 7, a little over 7. And it gets my 200-pound frame here, but a little over 200 with all the gear on, up to, we're going downhill. We're going to probably hit 60 going downhill here. Here we go. We're at 60 miles an hour, 62, 63, 63 miles an hour. That's probably as fast as we're going to get on this guy. We'll do a mirror check after we come to a stop up here and talk about the mirrors. We'll shift down and no slipper clutch, so be careful with that. Check the rear brake. Rear brake is not fantastic, but it works. We are on another straight here. We're in third. And then I'm specifically trying to not redline this guy too much because it's a new machine, so we're trying to not bounce off that. We're going to come up here to a corner. We'll test flickability. I would say suspension is perfectly adequate on this machine for what it is. It is quite a bit of fun, but we will, once we get leaned over up here, we'll know for sure kind of how the suspension feels. So we'll do a mirror check here. The mirrors are okay. You do see quite a bit of your arms, but if you look over here, you can see what's behind you fine. You got to move your arm a little bit, so mirrors are not super fantastic, but they're okay. All right, so something worth mentioning is make sure that you let the clutch out more slowly than you would with something with a slipper clutch. I probably have bad clutch habits because I ride stuff with slipper clutches a lot, so this will grab pretty hard on downshifts if you let it out too quickly. All right, we're coming to some turns here, and these turns also have bumps, so this will be a good suspension test. Some uneven turns. It's just so light, guys. It's just so light. Looks like top of third's about 50 miles an hour, and then switch up into fourth, and that's kind of, you're kind of in the power band of fourth, just about, maybe a little under it when you shift from the top of third. It's just so light. Like when you go to, it turns like it turns like it turns like you're riding a bicycle. But I'm not gonna lie, there's not much power. That's how it is. I think as you rolled this more, you could get more used to where the power band is, and you could keep the bike in the power band. But I'm not used to this machine, of course, so me keeping it in the power band is I'm not real great at that yet, of course, because I don't ride a lot of mini motos. Yeah. Ugh, bumps. I gotta say, this is quite a bit of fun. Alright, we're going to take a right here. Okay, so that was an interesting brake test there. I didn't want to lock them up, but the brakes on this they're okay for the size. We'll do another test up here. Brake test. They're okay. You just need to apply. The brakes are fine actually. You just need to apply more pressure than I thought you did. So let's go here, and then apply front brake. Yeah, they're fine. Brakes are fine. Front brakes are fine. You just need to apply more pressure than I'm used to applying. Checks the rear brake here as we get over this hill. Okay, so we're doing about 40 here. Rear brake check. I pressed pretty hard there, didn't lock it up. All right, we're gonna hit a cool little set of corners up here. This is perfect for this kind of back road riding stuff here like this, where you're not on a highway or anything. You're just kind of bombing around back roads. There's you're not gonna like be going slow in front of somebody and they're gonna be like, hey, why are you going so slow? Like that type of stuff there, right? So this is perfect for these roads are perfect for this kind of riding. Seat is a little bit slippery, at least with my leathers on, so I'm sliding around a little bit. Not bad though. It's so funny. It's just like it feels comical to ride, right? It's just like a blast. I'm sure if I owned one of these, I would be able to actually get some corner action done, but as it stands, I am not being aggressive with it because it's not my machine. Little rear wheel squeech there because of no slipper clutch. All right, on to a faster road, which I probably shouldn't be on with this machine. Come on, little dude, going uphill. Let's get it. Come on, buddy. It's climbing. We're climbing speed and climbing the hill, guys. Yeah, buddy, we're at 50. All right, we're gonna hit some of these couple corners up here. We're gonna do a little U-turn and go back. Yeah, downhill action. 60 miles an hour. Heh, 62. We're getting it, guys. We're getting it. All right. We could probably fit through this tiny bridge. And with the car, we're so small. All right, we're gonna come around some corners here. Lean her over a little bit. Or attempt to. Got some dirt in the road. No clippings. It's just like, it just falls in the corner so easily. Full pin through corners. All right. Do ourselves a little U-turn here. Slow speed maneuvers, extremely easy. I want to get off all this trash here. Slow speed maneuvers would be amazing on this if you're into parking lot practice, which I have been quite a bit in the past, and I'm going to do more this year. Slow speed maneuvers like we did back there, U-turn is completely effortless. I will say that the wind does blow you around a lot on this. It's a little bit windy today. Not too bad, but it's a little windy. And the wind does like blow you around a lot. Even like a car going by or something, just because you're so light. And you're upright too. But yeah, so if you're into slow speed maneuvers, I guess on the way back we'll talk about like who this bike is for. Do a little summary. Brakes are okay. They work. You gotta apply more pressure than I thought you did. Suspension's perfectly adequate for the road. Fun factor is 10. It's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. And everybody loves a mini motor, right? So, did I wish I had 4 gears? I don't know. 5 gears. It's fine how it is. Going up hills and you weigh 200 pounds like this in fourth is a little bit of a struggle, right? But it does it. It maintains speed, at least at this incline. What is it, 48, 49? It's fine. The motor's fun. It's pretty peppy in like first and second gear. I'm sure you could do wheelies and stuff, clutch ups. People do it all the time in these bikes. I'm not going to do it in this one because it's not mine, but we're going to go around this big sweeper here. It falls into corners super easily. You know, it turns, it's effortless. Let's see how it feels in the side of the tire here around this corner at full pin. I don't know if I want to do this corner at full pin. We're gonna though. I could have taken the corner way quicker. I guess I don't trust these new tires that well. It feels pretty good on the side of the tire. It's just like these have 12-inch tires on them. And the front is like a 120, I believe, but they're both 12 inches. And I can put the specs, you know, in the description and stuff too. But yeah, the tires are quite small, so it feels different than if you're used to riding a full-size bike. Just like when you get turned over and stuff, and the bike just feels like it feels small. But that's what you're getting these for, right? You want it to, you're getting it for that experience. Right, so who is this bike for? Well, if you are looking for a machine to do slow speed maneuvers and practice, like this is your first bike and like you've never had a machine before, this would be perfect for that. You can go into parking lots, do your slow speed maneuvers, you can practice knee down on one of these, and perfect for that. The seat is surprisingly comfortable, and it's basically a full-size seat. So I've got no problems with the seat at all. Like I said earlier, like the bars would be a little bit higher, but that's fixed easily enough. And it kind of feels, does it feel like a toy? It kind of feels like a toy, but not really. It feels like a real motorcycle, but just really small, right? It's just really small, and it doesn't feel like a toy, like a you know, Power Wheels or something. It feels like an actual machine. And don't get me wrong, you can get hurt on this too. I mean, you can wipe out to 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. You make sure you wear full gear, maybe not a full leather suit like this, but I came to the dealership on my XSR 900, so I have my full suit on because I'm doing some fun riding afterwards. But yeah, so you need to still wear your gear, have your helmet, your gloves, your boots, and everything in this. It's not an excuse to wear no gear because you're on a small bike, right? So yeah, and also, so who else is this bike for? Well, I'm going to be getting a mini moto here pretty soon, I believe, and it's between the Z125 and the Grom. So there's those options. I think I'm going to be buying a built one though with a little more power. But even in stock form, these things are super fun for like, you know, you've been riding for a while. Who knows? Years. Maybe you got it. You know, this will be your second or third bike. As far as you already have another bike in the garage, this is like a fun machine for doing wheelies and doing slow speed maneuvers in parking lots and just bombing around. Maybe you got a short commute. You can get 80 miles a gallon. You get amazing gas mileage on these. This is a good use case for like a second or third bike in your garage too. They're pretty inexpensive. You could pick these up here at Tomah Area Powersport. They got a 24 and a 25. This is a 25 we're on, and the 24 is on pretty good rebates right now. This 25 has some rebates too, I believe. But you can pick these up out the door like $4,000 or less here in 2025, and maybe even cheaper if you get a holdover bike. And yeah, check out Tomah Area Powersport. By the way, they've got a couple of these right now, and they're loaded up on bikes, man. They've got 24s, holdovers from last year with huge rebates on them. They got a big bump. Oh, okay, well, absorb that bump not too badly actually. And they got tons of 25s right now too. Everything from dirt bikes to newer KLX300 SM, which we're going to do next here on the channel, I believe. And yeah, they got a bunch of Z650s, Z900s, tons of stuff, right? So yeah, if you're looking for, let's say, is this a good first bike? It can be if you're in town and you don't need to go on the freeway. If you need to go on the freeway, this can't be your first bike, of course, because it can't do that. But if you're going around town, commuting to work and back, just bopping around, and you want to practice like your parking lot stuff, good first bike, wheelies, things like that. For someone who wants a second or third bike, this is perfect for that too. Just know, of course, you're not going to get on the freeway with this. But hey, for what this is, for the price of these bikes, this is an absolute ton of fun. Like, I think that for pure fun factor on motorcycles, probably the mini motos are tied. I think the mini motos are probably tied with like the DRZ 400 and the KLX300 SM and like WR250X, like those kind of like supermoto bikes. For pure fun, I think that mini motos and supermotos are where it's at, but that's just me. So for pure fun though, these are pretty amazing. So let's do a wrap up here on this. I'll get off the bike and we'll do some closing thoughts. See you guys in a second. All right, guys, we're back off the Z125 here. Man, that thing is a lot of fun. It's just like, weighs 225 pounds. You only got a few horsepower, but it gets you up to 60. I mean, I can go do like 50, 55 on a regular straight road, then you get up to 60, 62 downhill. And for back roads riding stuff, it's a lot of fun, right? It's just like, I don't know. I think this is, you'll have a blast on one of these. Is it fast? No, but like first and second gears got some pep, and the seats surprisingly comfortable. The pegs, the leg to peg ratio, there's plenty of room for your legs. My when I turn the bars, my hands didn't hit my knees or anything. It's plenty of room. I would raise the bars a little bit, you know, but otherwise it's super fun. The brakes, the front brakes, if you put some extra pressure on, they stop fine. The suspension's perfectly acceptable. It's like a 30mm front with about like 4 inches of travel and around 4 inches of travel in the rear. Perfectly acceptable for the road. And for the price of these guys, you can have a lot of fun. This might be these in like supermotos, like the KLX300, those type of bikes. That's like the least expensive way to get into like motorcycling and have a ton of fun, I think. So yeah, we'll leave your comments below and make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. We're going to be doing plenty more this year with Tomah Area Powersport. Thanks to them again for putting us on these machines. We're going to be doing, I think we might be doing a Z900 shootout between, there's my XSR 900 over there. So I think we're going to be doing like a Z900 first ride and then a shootout maybe one day. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And one of the guys from the dealership's going to join us, I think, too. So keep looking for that and some KLX300 SM content. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.